Saudi Arabia has intensified its attacks on Yemen. Riyadh's offensive to retake the port city of Hudaydah has entered its second day. Saudi jets bombarded areas around Hudaydah, including a road linking the city to the capital, Sana'a. Warships also targeted the port with missiles. Yemeni authorities have said despite the attacks, the port remains open and is working. The city is home to 600,000 people. Hudaydah port is the main lifeline for food aid to Yemen, which is already on the brink of famine. Former regime loyalists backed by Saudi and Emirati forces began their offensive on Wednesday. They are pressing towards the airport south of the city. The UN has warned of the devastating consequences of the military operation. Joining us live now from Hamilton is Ken Stone, who is with the Hamilton Coalition to Stop the War. Ken, as always, thanks for joining us. What do you make, Ken, of the attack on Hudaydah?
The projected Saudi attack on the port of Hudaydah is an outrage. It's a criminal act under international law. And according to various political commentators, it's a catastrophe in the making. If the Saudis attack and close the port of Hudaydah, 70% of all the humanitarian aid, food, medicine, fuel, etc., going into Yemen will shut down. And as a result, the humanitarian crisis in Yemen, which is considered to be the worst crisis in the entire world, will get even worse. Cholera will spread further. Starvation will increase. So it's a crisis. And it's a shame to the world and to the United Nations that they have not taken steps to prevent this attack from taking place.
Ken, we of course know who arms and provides political cover to the Saudi-led coalition to continue its such assaults. So why aren't the Western countries doing more to stop this attack?
It's exactly the opposite situation. The U.S. and its allies, including, unfortunately, Canada, are behind the Saudi government in carrying out this war. The U.S. and Britain and other countries are part of the command structure. They are facilitating this war in every way. And why, you may ask? That's because they want Saudi Arabia and Israel to be their power brokers in the Middle East. Countries that they can count on to oppose Syria, to oppose Iran, to oppose the influence of Russia. So it's a question of hegemony, of world domination. This all fits in a bigger pattern of the desire for world hegemony by the United States. They want to stay the only great power in a unipolar world, but the unipolar world is over now, and it's a multipolar world, but the United States is still grasping at straws, and one of the straws they're grasping at is getting Saudi Arabia to defeat Yemen and to become a major power to counteract Syria, Iran, Russia in the Middle East. And the problem with that is that it's causing wars, starvation, misery for people, and in the West here, we do have one tool we can use, people I'm talking about, and that is using our influence in the democracies in Canada, US, Britain, France, and so on, to try and stop the arms sales to Saudi Arabia, which enables Saudi Arabia to wage this illegal and inhumane war against the people of Yemen.
Very well, Ken, we'll leave there at that, but of course, as always, we appreciate you taking your time out to speak to us.